It's a little bit deep in my garden at the moment. Luckily that's a new bag of compost, so it's sealed. Well, that was fun getting that up here, the strimmer. I bet you people follow me thought I had some sort of boost turbo device or something. Brilliant. Well, I got the pea frame up, but in my desperation to get the strimmer up here I forgot the bloody net. But on the good side I got the bean frame net on. God, that was a struggle in this wind, I'll tell you. I had to tie a few little stones to it to hold it down. But it's all done now, so way. Oh, you're right, guys. Ta-da! I finally got the teepee finished. Chuffed a bit with it, actually. Bit of a laugh getting these pots up here, and I'll show you in a second. I'll show you around. So here it is from a distance. Yeah, 17 pots, and the 14 black ones, they all came up in the basket on the bike in one go. I could just see over the top. Oh dear, so we got a cucumber at the start of each side, a couple of tomatillos there at the moment, cucumber and the cucamelon, and that's grown 3 inches in the last day, that has. So we've got to get the beans in, squashes, and well, anything else I can think of that climbs. Oh, brilliant. When I was getting this area ready, obviously I had to lift a bit of weed membrane. I've left that bit there on top of the wood chip because that's matted with grass, so just letting the grass die off before I take it home on the bike. But it just goes to show that people don't check before they do anything, because, and I'll put the still up, here the membrane etc was too deep. There was compost bags and membrane, and I remember this from when I first took the plot on, because I started lifting this membrane over here and it was 3 layers thick. So there was like soil membrane, wood chip membrane, somewhat rotten membrane, and then wood chip on top, and then the wood chip man dumped all this on top, so all my hard work had come to nothing. And that is about as far as I got. So why, before you put more membrane down, why not just check what's underneath first? Absolutely ludicrous. But got there now, so yeah, a bit more to get rid of here, and then a bit more wood chip. That bit of wood chip there has got to go up there, and we're all Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. And here we are, first strawberries of the year. Brilliant. So I'll take those home, have them for my tea. Is that one all right? Yeah, that's right. All right, guys, just getting a bit of seed sowing done before the sun comes over here and cuts me off from the camera. I got a few I got to get on with. Carrots, they don't go in modules and that. Got to get the courgettes in. I've got loads of lettuce to go in, so they'll go in Agrilands in a minute. I've got to get these peas in. I'll show you those in a second, and that's probably about the cucamelons. I've got to get them in. Yeah, so peas, these are Sprinter from Marbach, and what I've done, I've pre-soaked these, and I do this now and again, but I leave them about 6 hours. But these I left, well, it's been 24 hours now, and they are well plumped up. Should be all right, because yeah, I don't see why not. Microgreen seeds grow and they're soaking wet, aren't they? So I'm using wild boar compost. I tell you, I love this stuff. I know they sent me a bag, but it really is. Oh, God. It really is good compost, guys. It really is. Oh, let's get this filled up and carry on chatting. Right, that's them filled up, sorry. Yeah, you probably wouldn't use this type of compost for normal seed sowing, but crikey, the size of these peas, they're not going to matter. It's a bit of a coarser texture with wood fibre in, you know what I mean? So I've got 18 cells here. I'm just going to pour them out. And then we'll start off with 4 in each, I reckon. It, you could just scatter them on and leave them. I just like being a bit more organised, you know. Only a little bit more organised, because you know me. We get a lot more than 4. Crikey. Yeah, that's 4 in each like that, look. Doesn't matter. Some of these are going to go on the pea frame, and some will go in the teepee. Right, let's get rid of these. Right, the rest I'm just going to scatter on, I reckon. Don't want that one in there, because that might go in with something else. There we are. I'll tell you what I'll do with these. I'm going to take these up the allotment and plant these direct. That'll be tomorrow now. So let's find my little podger. Oh. You see how organised I am, can't you? There it is. Yeah, fingers, get your fingers in there, Steve. I mean, peas like being crowded, don't they? And you've got to look how microgreens grow, and those guys that sowed them in rain gutters, there are tons of them in there, aren't there? In fact, I'll do actually, yeah. And what I'll do with these, I'm going to water them like this, and I'll stack them like this in the greenhouse with another one on top, just to stop any rodents getting in. I'm not going to say this, I shouldn't say this, but in general, I don't have a problem with rodents in general. But because I've said that, I will. So let me give these a quick drenching and get back to you. Yeah, see that sun's come over already, hasn't it? I say drenching, watering really, isn't it? Because the compost's already damp, the peas are damp. That'll do. Right, back in a second. I've done my usual thing, didn't I? Planted all the beans up and started panicking because they weren't germinating. These hadn't shown yesterday, and that's how much has sprung up in one day, look. So. And then I checked my spreadsheet, because I keep a spreadsheet, as you know, and it said 8 days. And what is it? 8 days. I don't know why I bother worrying. Right then. Agrilan, just renew my indexing mark. And for this, I am using clover. I mean, even if I could use the wild boar for these smaller seeds, I wouldn't in the Agrilans, because the coarser compost won't fit down the tubes properly. So, usual routine, you've seen this hundreds of times. Yep, that's all filled up. Right, let's get the base. It's all about the base. Redo the indexing mark. Because I do it this way. Some people write on the cells themselves, the tubes, or the cells. Yeah, I do it on there because it's got a nice flat surface. Look. This yellow tape is so hard to tear. Right. There we are. So let's mark that into the 7. 7. Right, cucumber melons are going to be 1, 2, 4. I know that. Now, I've only got 3 cucumber melon seeds, so I'm going to do front 3. 1, 2, 4. Rear 4. Right, there we are. I know. This is why I film. I'll come back to this and check what I've been doing. Right. I'll put it on here for now, and I'll come back later. And like I said last time, you can use the lid to make your dimples, but I prefer just to dip my own a little bit deeper. I am really struggling here, guys. There it is. 2. And luckily I saw where that one went. That's 3. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover these straight away. I know I've done them. Right. And the rest, I think I'm going to do loads of lettuce. Now, these are the RZ lettuce I've got. And they come in these little files. Now, some of these are a bit old. I had poor germination last year. So what I'll do, I'll just... I'm going to fill the whole tray with them, I think. There's a lot in there, so that makes me think it's quite new. So... yeah, they got they have weird names, these RZ lettuces. Let me read some to you. We got Barlacca, whatever that is. Expertise, that was a nice one. That one's just got a number of 74. And yeah, Ceravat. So I'm going to put those in first. Right. And they're all pelleted as well, which is good. They cost a lot of money, mind. They're not, see how pelleted. They're not cheap seeds. So I'll do 1, 2, 3. So you don't want to be multi-sowing these. I'll tell you what, being pelleted like this does make them so much easier to handle. A lot of people are quite wary of pelleting. But all it is clay or starch. Me talking, I forgot where I got to. Yeah, so it just dissolves virtually straight away once it gets wet. But the last couple of rows, I've got Santa Cruz spinach. Now I know I'm going to like this because it's one of those spinaches that goes like that. And it's got a leaf. I don't really like the long spinachy ones. I like the ones that are more of a baby leaf. And that's what this one is. So, not being overly careful putting these in. We get more than one in, we get more than one in. Plenty left for a second sowing. Oh, dear. Well, that's about it, guys. The sun's about to cut me off. I'll get these watered and, well, catch you later.